Before I begin this video, if you like this audio quality better than the past videos, please let me know. I am currently using a new microphone to kind of make the sound more crisp, so if there is a noticeable difference, please just let me know. Now, we don't have infinite amount of time on this planet. Most people live to be between the ages of like 70 to 90 years old. So you only have so much time in order to accomplish what you want to accomplish in life. Now, last year I was in a relationship and I was trying to figure out how to best manage my time. So I picked the most 7 things that were important to me and I listed them in order of what would be my priority. So welcome to my priority list. Now, I'm ready to get destroyed in the comments for this video because I feel like my idea priorities are very different from other people's ideas, and you'll see why as we get lower down the list. Now, we'll start with number 1 and number 2. The reason why we're starting with both of them is because I find them to be on equal standing. Depending on the circumstances, I will prioritize one over the other, but generally they're pretty much on par with each other, and that is work and school. The reason why I put those first is because if I'm scheduled for a work shift, or if I'm scheduled to go to school, I will more often than not go to those events than things like family events, or seeing a movie, or sleeping. So those things, if I'm scheduled to do them, I will be there. They are the most important things to me because education is going to help my earning power in the future, and work is currently my earning power. Number 3, which would technically be the second thing on the list because 1 and 2 are even, is family. Now, this is where a lot of people get really upset because most people should think that they should put family first. But in my opinion, I think that it's okay to miss a family event every once in a while in order to go to work or to continue going to school. It's my personal opinion that, family will always be there, so therefore I can put them slightly lower on the list and everything can still work out pretty okay. Now on to number 4, and that's exercise. So the reason why I put that on the list is because my health is really important to me. I only get one body, and I only get so much time in order to use that body, so I'd like to use it as efficiently as possible. So therefore, number 4, right after family, is going to the gym and exercising, running, cardio, lifting, whatever it might be. Now, the way that this list is set up, I will of course cancel going to the gym if it means that family needs me, or I'll go to work and school instead of going to the gym if the time constraints are there. You kind of see how this priority list works. It's basically what's going to be at the top of my day of what I'm going to focus on the most. Now, number 5 is business and personal education. Now, what does that mean? So after I've done all of the other 4 things, if I have no family events lined up, if I don't have work in school, if I've already worked out, then I'll work on any kind of business that I'm working on, whether it be writing the book that I'm currently working on or working on the YouTube channel, or it'll be self-education. All of the books that I have. Making sure that I'm reading, staying up to date on personal finance, reading more about business, anything along those lines, that'll be my next priority. And now for number 6, and this is a large reason why my last relationship failed as hard as it did. Number 6 is relationships, and that means romantic relationships only. So what that means is within my relationship, assuming that everything went as planned, should be number 6 on my priority list. And if you're not willing to put your partner within at least your top 3, you're probably not going to have a very successful relationship, based on my personal experience at least. Typically your partner wants to feel more important to you than going to the gym or reading. So that's usually where people like to set me on fire, because a lot of people don't seem to understand that, at least in my life and where I am right now, relationships are pretty low on the priority list, because I have plenty of time to go into relationships if I really want to, but I don't have as much time, being young as I am now, to take the risks and to focus on the business ventures that I wish to focus on. And last, but certainly not least, is number 7, and that's friendships. Now, I know this is pretty low on the list, but I couldn't put friendships over relationships, so that's kind of why it's where it's at. I really only have a very small handful of people who I'd consider to be like an actual friend, and typically they're all like busy as is, so they don't usually notice the fact that they're so low on the list. But I do still make sure to make time for them and to still hang out with them. I just make sure that everything else on the list is taken care of first. So I hope you guys enjoyed kind of seeing a little bit into my thought process and how I kind of structure, how I prioritize my life. A lot of people will typically put family first and then maybe work and school, and then relationships. And most people wouldn't even put like business or personal education, and people put friendships over exercise. And I have a very different outlook on how I want to prioritize my early 20s to maximize the amount of return that I'll get later on in life whenever I can kind of reap the benefits of the focuses that I have now. If you enjoyed, please leave a like. If you think that I'm absolutely insane for making the priorities the way that I did, go ahead and dislike. I'm used to it. If you want to see more in the future, I'm making videos more often. Please feel free to subscribe, and absolutely, positively do not forget to keep it casual.